Hey everyone, I just wanted to share this with you guys and go out on a positive note here on Wednesday as we move into the latter part of the week. So most of you guys know, if you've been following me for a while on X, if you've been following me on YouTube, you know that I have kind of zeroed in and honed in on the fractal model. For me, it makes the most sense. It is the most simplistic to follow. There is logic and there is reasoning behind why you take the trade. It's based off the swing point. It's based off higher time frame candles. I mean, to me, it just makes complete sense in terms of why you take the trade. Now, for me, I add additional confluence to that in terms of higher time frame PD arrays. For me, it's fair value gaps, specifically the 1 hour fair value gap. And I say all this to say that I have been mentoring a friend of mine, starting from not knowing squat to where he is now, and going through the basics, moving into the fractal model concept. And this has been going on for a few months now. And so he is, or has been, paper trading, which is great. And he's moved through two, if not three, 50K simulation accounts. He's passed those no problem. The first two were a little bumpy, but he got through them. The third one, he kind of breezed through that pretty good. And he said, hey, I want to go ahead and I want to bump up to a 150K. You know, not saying he would take that, or he's not saying I would get that, but just to kind of give him a feel for how he would do. And of course, you know, paper trading is one thing. Once you get into an account where your emotions, you know, are kicking in, that's another. But the point in doing this is to have him develop good habits, have him develop repetition in terms of his trading, not being greedy, kind of just, you know, it's repetition over and over. If you've ever done a sport, if you've ever done martial arts, you know, it's just repetition, 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 so that it almost becomes kind of instinct when you react, you know, to whatever the scenario is. And so that's what he has been doing here with paper trading. And so just to pull this up here, let me jump on this inside OBS. There we go. So this is where he's at now. He started with a 150 account. And again, what I said to him is that I said, when you do these simulations, when you do the paper trading, I said, stick to these rules that I give you. And I gave him a couple of recommendations, you know, in terms of what to trade, when to trade, things to look for. And so this is where he's at right now. You can see there's nothing he's cut out. I mean, everything that, you know, it's 150 to 1 at the bottom there, you know, 150, 660. It starts at 150, 660 on the left side. I mean, everything is legit, you know, from what I can see. And this just, you know, I say this to say that if you're struggling with the fractal model, continue to stay with it. I'm telling you, it will click in time, because it's the most, to me, again, I think it's the most simplistic model that is out there. And I will continue to share as much as I can on YouTube. If you are following me on Twitter or X, I share a lot of content there. But just to let you guys see how he's doing so far. And I told him, I said, dude, there's going to be a time where you're going to take a loss. I said, you're doing pretty good right now. This is good, but get ready because it's coming. And I said, when it does happen, you know, like previously, don't let it bother you. It's okay, because, you know, trading's not 100%. And so just get back up off the ground and keep going. So, you know, I just wanted to kind of show you guys what he's doing, how he's doing right here. And just, you know, just trying to encourage you guys, if you're still struggling with the fractal model, stay with it. You know, follow people out there that are using it. And I will continue to share as much as I can about the model. So I love sharing with others, love helping others. And I do this because I wish there was somebody in the beginning that could have held my hand and walked me through a little bit. And I know that a lot of this stuff, we have to do it on our own, because it's really a me versus me thing when it comes to trading. But in terms of some of the knowledge, in terms of some of the concepts, it would have been great if I had somebody there to sit down and say, you know, hey, this is what we're looking at. This is why. This is the reasoning behind that, you know, et cetera. So Anyway, again, just wanted to share that with you guys. This is the screenshot one more time of how he's doing. And like I said, this has been going on for a few months now. He just sent this to me earlier today, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. T-Trade's fractal model, to me, again, one of the easiest, most simplistic models and concepts out there. All right, you guys have a great rest of your evening, and I'll catch you on the next video. Have a good one.